Miami Beach. This subtropical city located on the southeastern tip of Florida is known for its beauty, attractiveness, good-looking people, good-looking cars, a seductive atmosphere, amazing nightlife, and is the sexiest city in America. Join me on a tour through this sultry city as we explore the best things to do and see. Whether you're here for the beach and sand or to hit up the clubs and bars, Miami is sure to keep you wanting more. Welcome to Miami. Bienvenido a Miami.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Project Gaia. JP here, and today we are in Miami Beach. Now, Miami Beach is the sexiest city in America, right? So it is filled with nightclubs, bars, restaurants, very good-looking people, very good-looking cars, and it's one of my most favorite places to visit in America. I mean, if you really want that nightlife feel and you really want to escape, and it almost has like a real European-like feel. So what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to show you the best things to do and see while you're here in Miami Beach. So let's begin.
If you happen to be an early riser like me, make sure to check out the Miami Beach Botanic Garden. If you're not hungover from the night before, this is an excellent garden to walk through at the northern end of the club district. It is an excellent place to wander through the exotic South Florida fauna while you have your morning coffee and wait for things to really start bumping. Miami Beach is a late place, and this is one of the best things you can do in the early morning. Take in the beauty of the exotic plants and let them serve as inspiration for the rest of your day.
Now, one place you for sure have to check out when you're in Miami Beach is the Lincoln Road Mall, which is where we are now. So what this is basically is a pedestrian space. So it's a mall, right? So there's stores, restaurants, boutiques, cafes all over, right? And there's a lot of live music, and it really has that cool Spanish South Florida vibe, right? So we're here in the morning, so it's a little quieter than normal. It gets really bumping later, probably like afternoon, 1 o'clock, something like that. But I suggest you come here. I mean, it's a beautiful pedestrian space, and you can just kind of peruse through here, do some shopping, go to a cafe, have a bite to eat. It really is a great experience when you're here in Miami Beach.
The Lincoln Road Mall is a pedestrian-only boulevard filled with name brand and boutique stores, public street art, fountains, attractive palm trees, restaurants, and cafes. It is an excellent place to stroll through, to grab lunch, or to do some shopping. After all, you're going to want to look your best for when the sun starts to go down and you hit the clubs. It's a lively urban space that really celebrates the cultural heritage of Miami and South Florida.
So when you're in Miami Beach, you have to go to the beach, right? So that's where we are now. Now, the beach runs along the entire length of Miami Beach, and you can access it through many different points. Now, if you do it kind of by the hotel zone, which is more to the north, you have like cabanas and chairs you can rent, or if you're a hotel guest, they just give it to you. Now, the water here is fantastically clear. Now, I wouldn't call it like Caribbean, it's not quite there, but it's very close to it. The water's very warm as well. And the vibe on the beach in Miami Beach is always really cool. I mean, it's very sexy, it's very hip, it's almost European. I mean, you know, you'll see like topless girls and things like that. So it has a very unique vibe, and you definitely have to check it out when you're here.
The beaches along Miami Beach are some of the most clear, warm, and beautiful in the United States. I'm here in October, and you can walk right into the clear turquoise waters. What really makes Miami Beach's beaches is the atmosphere. It's sexy, sultry, and almost feels removed from the majority of America because of its almost European vibe.
Now, one place that I recommend you come and eat is Espanola Way. So what Espanola Way is it's basically a pedestrian-only section of Miami Beach, and it's covered by these like beautiful palm trees, and there's amazing dining, and it's all outdoor, and it has a really cool, almost European-like vibe. So it's very walkable, it's very interesting, and it's amazing at night. We're here in the day, but at night it's all lit up. So definitely check that out when you're here.
Espanola Way is a pedestrian-only street in Miami Beach that is under a canopy of palm trees and offers you an amazing dining destination. The street is small at only a couple of blocks long, but provides an amazing atmosphere to dine and drink. It has a really friendly and sexy atmosphere and is lit up beautifully at night.
So, some things you'll notice about Miami Beach. So, it is an extremely pedestrian-friendly city. So, you don't really need a car here. I mean, you're gonna see people, driving around everywhere, but you don't need a car, right? So, if you, go from the airport and get dropped off right in Miami Beach and you plan on staying here, you don't need a car at all. You can pretty much walk to all of these places. Number two, it is an extremely image-conscious city. So, with that in mind, you're gonna see some of the best looking people you'll see in your life here. Also, very nice and fancy cars too. So it's about image. It really is a place to show off, right? It also has an incredible nightlife. Now we're here in the day, so you're seeing it a little bit, but at night it is filled with tons of clubs, and it has a real big nightlife scene. Another thing to note is that this is South Florida, so it has a very Spanish vibe. Cuban is the biggest ancestry around here, but all kinds of Latin American countries are represented here. So, it does help to know a little bit of Spanish. I mean, you get by perfectly fine with just English, but Spanish does help for sure.
Since we're in the sexiest city in America, it is only fitting that the World Erotic Art Museum is located here. This museum is filled with modern and ancient erotic art pieces. I'm showing you the most G-rated pieces in the museum, but it gets much more revealing than this inside, and it's sure to get your blood flowing if you know what I mean. It's actually a fantastically done museum showing you the exploration of sexuality through art and artifacts over time through the lens of various cultures and time periods.
Now, when you're in Miami Beach, you definitely have to check out Loomis Park. Now, Loomis Park is a park that runs linear to the South Beach section of Miami Beach along Ocean Drive. So it's kind of cool. You got like the clubs and the bars right behind you, and then you just walk in and it's like this really cool park. It's super bumping, super alive. I mean, people rollerblading, on bikes, working out, and then right past it is the beach. So it's really cool. You can kind of go to the beach, hang out at the park, and then go to the club section. So you have everything you want really in one area.
Taking a stroll through Loomis Park is one of the most unique experiences in America. It is filled with energy and has a very happy and young vibe. It is filled with people biking, strolling, rollerblading, working out, and more. This is definitely a place where people like to show off their physical fitness as well.
When you're in Miami Beach, you have to check out Ocean Drive, right? I mean, Ocean Drive really is the meat of Miami Beach. This is what people come to Miami Beach for, right? So it's basically a corridor along the ocean in South Beach that's filled with clubs, bars, restaurants, people hanging out. It really is a good time, right? So these aren't like boring, kind of like quiet pubs. These are like actual big clubs, and everyone's having a good time, and it really is a lively place to experience. So definitely check this out.
Ocean Drive is one of the main reasons people go to Miami Beach. This corridor stretches for several blocks and is filled with amazing Art Deco architecture from the mid-20th century, fantastic restaurants, lively bars, and bumping clubs. I'm in the travel business and I can confidently say that Ocean Drive is one of my most favorite destinations in the world because of how alive, happy, and energized it makes you feel. It really just screams a good time and has something for everyone. This is a place where you kick back, have a drink or many drinks, have some fun, dance a little bit, and let it all go for the night. A lot of people think that Miami Beach is an adults-only destination and can be smutty and hypersexualized, but I argue the contrary. Miami Beach is not Disney World, that's a fact, but it rarely comes off as overtly seedy or dangerous. In fact, it comes off as extremely happy, freeing, and makes everyone let their guard down. Spend a day along Ocean Drive and you can't tell me that this place doesn't make you feel some sort of positive way. My dining recommendation along Ocean Drive is Havana 1957, and if you haven't had Cuban food yet, you don't know what you're missing. The inside is nice, but I recommend sitting outside to bask in the South Beach ambiance.
So Miami Beach has a ton of different cuisines and the food is really good. Every time I come to Miami, I like to get Cuban food. So what I got here was the Cuban sample. So what I have here is ropa vieja, this, which is like a beef stew. Then I got the lechon, which is like a pork dish, right? And then I got the plantains with the rice, which is authentically Cuban. And also comes with black beans, and to drink, I got my favorite, which is a Miami Vice, which is basically a pina colada mixed with strawberry daiquiri. It's a very Miami thing. So I suggest you get this when you're in Miami, at least one of the days. This is the best Cuban food you're going to get in America, outside of Cuba, so definitely do this.
Classic club in Miami Beach is the Clevelander. This club is all outdoors and has a small pool that people are always drinking and swimming in. It plays really good old school 90s house music as well as more modern electronic and dance. Definitely have at least a couple of drinks here. If you're over the hustle and bustle of Ocean Drive, head on over to the very southern tip of Miami Beach called South Point Park. This relaxing and beautiful park offers you a relaxing escape as you chill out on the grass, take a leisurely stroll, or look out into the beautiful Atlantic waves. Also, check out the impressive public art display known as the South Point Lighthouse. This interesting piece, though not a real lighthouse, can be seen for miles and is built with interesting stacked circles.
Okay guys, this was Miami Beach. Like I mentioned before, this is one of my most favorite destinations in the United States because it's so lively. It has such a good atmosphere that you're not really gonna match anywhere else, and it's so unique. Listen guys, if you like this kind of content, please make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, share this video with your family and friends, and leave me a comment below. Let me know if you have any questions or if you have any suggestions on more things to do here in Miami Beach. Okay guys, until next time, take care. Bye.